Hello everyone, welcome back to Mox Gaming Center. Today we are going to go over patch notes. It's a little bit delayed from the release of these notes, but better late than never. I was out of town on business, so I was unable to do these at an earlier time. So quite a bit came out in the 038 patch. Quite a few very important things that I think will highly improve playability of the game. First, he added some sound effects. So thus far in the game, there has been pretty much no sound in the game at all. So seeing some sound being integrated is going to be great for our playthroughs and enjoyability of the game. Next, added a hotbar H to toggle. That is going to be a wonderful, wonderful thing. A lot less digging through the menu, especially on our big builds. So this is going to be a massive improvement to the playability of the game. So you can press 1 through 8 to activate a hotbar item, and Shift plus 1 through 8 to store a setting in a spot on the hotbar. You can press F1 through F4 to change between custom hotbar presets. That is wonderful. I'm guessing the help menu moved somewhere if F1 through F4 is that. So we'll have to figure out where the help menu moved to. I'm not seeing it as I scan through the notes. Added the copy tool. Press C to switch the current cursor build object to wherever the cursor is currently over. So let's say you're building a pretty complex build, you want to build multiple copies of the same thing, you can control or press C over it to get a copy of whatever your cursor's on to build more of that item. I think that is a wonderful thing. He fixed a cursor timing issue that was sometimes resulting in skipping blocks during a drag create or drag destroy actions. That's a nice one. We've seen some small amounts of that during our big build, pasting down lots of farm tiles. Added input control remapping options controls, so you can remap your commands. So if you don't like your keyboard layout, it appears that we can fix that now. Press X to activate remove block mode, can now be toggled to easily remove blocks misplaced when building. That's a nice quality of life thing. You don't have to go through, exit out of everything, and hit that remove button tool. The right mouse button can no longer be used to remove blocks. Instead, it is a universal camera control tool. So that's a nice thing. I wonder, does that also imply assigning jobs? I'm guessing it does not overlap there. Like I said, I've not been in the game yet to verify these things, so we'll have to verify that when we get back into the game. Removed Z and C commands to change camera vertical area angle. Okay, I can see that being a thing. I didn't really use those too much, so them being gone does not impact me. I mostly use the mouse to manage all of that. Moving agents and collecting resources from chutes and belts is now done with the move tool. Alright. Default M. Alright, well, we'll have to play with that one a little bit and see what that impacts. Fix houses collecting nearby water. I didn't know houses need water, but we'll have to look at that. Maybe there's something I missed along the way where houses benefit from having water nearby. Fixed mana transmitter, often getting output blocked and not recovering. So that's a huge thing. I've seen a lot of bug reports in the Discord about that particular one. So I will be checking that out once I get to that phase. I have not gotten that far into the game yet. Can now activate, e.g. toggle, a logic block by control clicking on it because right mouse button was repurposed. Okay, that's a positive thing, rethinking how to manage those controls after repurposing right mouse button. Added new activate block remappable hotkey to activate a selected block. That's a nice one. Reduced recharger cost from 5 gold to 2 gold. I'm guessing that's something along the lines of mana. Increased default autosave time to 5 minutes. That's a positive. I think it was autosaving very rapidly, and there's a lag with the autosave. I don't know how it's implemented at this point in time to really tell you what could be the cause of the lag, but there is a lag during autosave. Lowered gold costs of farm tile from 10 to 5. That will make building farms a lot faster in early game by reducing the amount of gold you need to build a substantial farm. Raise and lower block and flatten up and down are now dedicated tools, replacing right-click function. Alright, so that'll be positive and negative. So we'll have to really leverage the hotbar when building builds and manipulating terrain, so that way we're not digging into the menu as much. I enjoyed the raise and lower block functions as they were, but the right-click function being completely repurposed for camera control, I have a feeling has something to do with Macs. I'm not sure. Macs really, for my belief, don't have a middle mouse button on a lot of their peripherals. So perhaps that's the driving against going away from middle mouse button functions in the game. Delete block, remove block layer, now dedicated tools, replacing right-click function, which I believe was mentioned up above. Yeah, the right mouse button can no longer be used to remove blocks. Okay, so that was mentioned up above, that function was removed, but then down at the bottom he shows that he added new dedicated tools in for that. The added audio settings panel, even though some sliders currently have no effect. So, okay, so he's preparing for future additional audio to be put into the game. Fix some incorrect settings display when reopening video or interface preferences. Okay, that was one that I had mentioned in a previous video as something I need to report, and I believe I posted that in Discord as well. So we'll have to kind of play around with that a little bit, see how that looks. Improved display of many menus. Okay, shoots now require lumber mill instead of workshop. That makes sense. Widened tutorial panel. I can't remember that being a thing, but you know, that's probably something that some people would have a quality of life improvement on. Most scaffold blocks unlocked by a lumber mill. Okay, so we'll go on to the next. Like I said, there were a lot of additional notes in here. So this was some additions tagged on to below the 038 build right here. And then he quickly released an 039 build to fix some, to hotfix some bugs. Some more changes, notes, because LOL, they wouldn't all fit into one message. Fixed unlocked notifications still playing after exiting to main menu. I don't remember experiencing that, but I'm really haven't quit after finishing some research, so I haven't really triggered something that would cause that scenario. Hitting the rotate or rotate back key while in auto path mode will switch to specific path mode. Okay, that works. That'll actually shorten it, so instead of hitting tab and then rotating, you can just go straight into rotating. So that's a positive, I would say. Changed item sell values. Bread goes from 20 to 10 gold. We'll have to play with that one to see how that impacts the value of bread. If bread no longer is worth it, it may not be worth building giant kitchen factories for it. Stone brick is up from 8 to 12. I find that a positive. Supplying stone brick is a bit of a hassle. Outfits are from 25 to 35. Haven't played with those too much yet. Remedies are from 8 to 6. Health potions from 12 to 14. Elixirs from 30 to 35. Enchanted books from 50 to 45. Ward is from 25 to 30. Omnistone is 50 to 100. Apparently emphasizing the value of the Omnistone. Eric also, like I said down below, released version .039 for all platforms to fix a couple bugs. Fixed the move tool being unable to pick up rail carts. I think that's fairly important. Fixed the bug where picking up mine carts couldn't be rotated. Okay. I think if you've got a lot of minecarts running around your rails in your world, that's probably very important things to have corrected. And he added a recipes to the help menu. So those are all very positive little hot fixes. I can see why you'd want to rush those fixes out very quickly. So that was it for the patch notes for Factory Town this week. We will keep an eye out for future releases from Eric and any new news that is substantial. So I will see all of you in the next video.